This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.
Not Lioness. She's like that chick.
Now she's Lioness.
Zoe Saldana.
Times 2.
Yeah, okay.
She's the queen of the south.
But
she's not dealing with those things. She's just the queen of the south. Yeah.
Hey, everybody, good morning. Now that we've established that Dennis Aseto is okay, now we can move.
At least now I can wear my sweaters. It's cold.
Now,
yes, they're back.
The season of the sweaters is back.
Is here.
So you guys thought that he was doing your eye somehow. Now he's going to do it properly because the weather has cooled down. So how about that rain? Oh, that was amazing.
It was nice.
For me, I'm just saying for me, there's nothing greater than you being inside where the rain is coming down in sheets and hitting the roof. Oh!
Yeah.
Anyway.
Where does your window face? Mine faces the west.
Tena West. Okay, East.
Yours faces east.
Yes.
Mine faces west. So most of the time, whenever it rains, the rain hits my window.
Lovely.
So that hits different.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hey.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Evelyn is here. Awar, good morning. Joylene, good morning. Who again?
Kamerure Tabga.
It's morning.
Good morning.
Atasa Melvin, how are you, sweetheart? You're fine, Melvin? Don't mind these people. I deal with them later. But for now, good morning. Hope everybody's doing okay. We didn't see Rio today. Radio Maisha, people for Radio Maisha, where's Rio? I don't understand.
I saw him.
Did you see him? I didn't see him. Okay.
It's just quiet. It's Tuesday.
Okay. It's just quiet. Maybe okay.
Yeah.
From Wednesday is when we start hearing his voice. No hala. You guys are going to get to know the people who get things done around here by fire, by force. If it's us to make you know them, we shall make you know them. It's 11 minutes after 6 and a very good morning to everybody. Dennis Tall Aseto is here.
Yes.
And myself also. Ndu Ezioku Bundu Ifoma Oko.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here. We're getting into the Situation Room this morning, and a couple is 3. I need to stop doing that thing.
Conversations.
Some conversations that we'll be having today will start at 7 o'clock, and we're going to be looking into whether these shifting, political sides. I mean, everybody seems to say that somebody is breaking away from somebody. Are they really, or are they pushing for a particular agenda within their parties? So if you were to have so now, what does it mean when coalitions come together? What does it mean when coalitions are revived? What does it mean when somebody you thought was part of maybe united opposition has now moved to form a different outfit? What does it mean when you have 2 languages being spoken within one party, ODM? What does it mean when you're not quite sure who's where? Kashagwa. And then what does it mean when there are some people who are really pushing a particular agenda, but nobody is hearing what they're saying? Jimmy Wajigi, CJ Emeritus Maraga. What are we looking at? So that's the conversation that we are going to have at 7 o'clock today. Whether these shifting political alliances actually mean, or the breakaway alliances actually mean anything, or where it is that they will take us. We're going to start that conversation this morning with Alenga Torostert, who is a policy and governance analyst. He'll be joined by Professor Ngure Wamachofi, who is a retired associate professor. We'll talk with both of them at 7 o'clock about breakaway opposition and who stands in the stronger position. That conversation will hold at 7 o'clock. It'll then be followed by a conversation at 8 o'clock with Martin Karenju, who is the MD Old Mutual Life Assurance. Now, a number of things happened over the last couple of weeks. You were told that anybody who earns 30,000 shillings and below now is exempt from payee. What does it actually mean? And that if you're looking at the reduction of taxes, what should you do that will actually make you feel it? Planning your retirement future as well. NSSF has told us that there's going to be some charges also that they're going to levy on your salary. That means that you're going to do better in the future. We're going to understand exactly what that means. And do you have to have a pay slip then to benefit from this NSSF two-tier explanation? So we're going to talk with him at 8 o'clock. And then at 9 o'clock, Janet Oko is one of the petitioners who took the Ministry of Education to court and said, excuse me, how can you be telling us all the time that we have ghost schools, we have ghost learners? The report finally came out. 87,000 ghost learners is what we're talking about. We don't even know how many ghost schools, but we're talking about every phantom learner costs a real child. You people who are taking the money from children and putting them in your pocket, that's a real child who now doesn't have money for education.
Who is undereducated.
Exactly. She's the executive director of Tunzam Total Coalition. We'll talk with Janet at 9 o'clock. So that's what it looks like today. Let's see what's going on in the world of politics, and then we'll go into what you can do for your benefits into the future, and then we'll talk about children and the school system. If we're talking about ghost learners in this day and age, until today, Ikoshida. It's 6:15, and you took us to Cabo Verde yesterday.
So Cabo Verde is actually a country in the continent that is considered to be having a stable democracy. In terms of how it transfers power, the transparency in it, and it's ranked highly. It is also a country that is doing well in matters of tourism. Many actually look at it as more of a European country than an African country because of the influence the Portuguese had in the country back in the days. So the rule of law and strong governance institutions is relative and has been there for many, many years, and as said, maintains cooperative with Europe and West Africa. So let's go to the proverb. No one is free until everyone is free. No one is free until everyone is free. That is actually a quote by Milka Cabral, who was in charge of independence in the country.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was one of the freedom fighters.
Yeah.
That's absolutely. If you're fighting, I think so, that you have to look at things wholesomely. That you can't, this is like, who was it that was with us last couple of weeks? It was a Bonnie.
Yeah.
He said, you can't be kind of pregnant. You can't.
You're pregnant.
You're pregnant. The same thing.
Yeah.
You can't say that half of us are free and so then we're on the way to freedom. No, you're not.
No.
When you're free from extrajudicial killings, when you're free from poverty, when you're free from mediocrity, when you're free from corruption, that's when you're free. You can't say, well, we're free because we got... No.
Yeah.
It's full. It's just like the guys on the conveyor belt in like a shirt factory. The shirt will be condemned if there's one seam missing.
True.
So when you're looking at absolutely, quality control says this shirt, we're going to condemn it because there's one thing wrong with it. If it's all perfect, is when we send it across.
True.
So yeah, things to fight for, man.
So you look at it and bring it closer home, and there's a book that is written by Jaramogi, not yet Uhuru. And the reasoning behind that is we might have gotten our independence, but are we really independent in terms of, do we all have access to land? Do we have access to education? Do we have access to equal job opportunities? Does merit exist in our society today? You look at that in terms of freedom today and education as an equalizer. Is it an equalizer? One would say until that time when each and every single facet of the society is equally applicable to everybody, then we are not yet free.
Absolutely. Until you're free, you're not free.
Nope.
Yeah. That's the case. Okay, so very good morning to everybody. Here we are, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and lovely to be here today as we get into this conversation. And it's the conversations that we have with people, but it's all the engagement that we have with you, and that we're saying that, get into these conversations with us. And I thought about something. You keep giving us these great examples of conversations that you say we need to have because we need to learn.
True.
So keep giving us those examples. Keep giving us those suggestions. There's things that we don't know, and we want to then be able to put them in the room and have a conversation. Let's do it, and let's always do it together. So we take your comments here very seriously. Let us know along the lines of things that we're trying to uncover that we may not know, that people want to know. We'll definitely get into that if you suggest. So long as you don't tell us bring Donald Trump to the studio, then that might be a bit of a challenge.
We can make referrals.
We can definitely make referrals.
Yeah.
We can definitely make referrals.
We have weekly White House briefings. Can catch him there.
We can definitely catch him there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just fixing something here for Awar.
It's all good.
I think it's okay, Awar, now. Sorry, I'm just going to continue the conversation. Okay, so let's say hello to everybody getting into the room this morning. Thank you again for doing that. And I know that some of you are on the other side of the hemisphere and getting to bed, but you're taking a minute to start the show off with us, and so that's great that we can do that together. So a very good morning to everybody who's tuned in today. If I can just find you, it would be fantastic. That awkward moment of silence.
That awkward moment of silence.
When they've said, if anyone knows any just cause or impediment, why these two should not be joined in holy matrimony.
Please raise
Speak
your
now
hand.
or forever hold your peace.
Yeah.
Hold your peace because I found the stream.
Yes.
Very good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Don Sabwa. I said to how are you?
Salama sana.
What is ngo in your mother tongue? Doggy. That's what it is in my language. Doggy.
Doggy.
Ngo.
In my mother tongue.
Yeah.
Oh. You realize me and that guy come from the same.
Are you a cow? Sorry.
Doggy.
As the Africans, we are so interesting, you know. Actually, it doesn't. It's just that I didn't even have to think about it when Don Sabo asked the question, what is it in your language? Because we did it all the time as children, not grown-ups in a political rally.
Not bad.
Good Lord.
See, I am a youth.
Oh, you're youth. Oh, sorry. That explains.
I'm a youth what? It's champion.
Something.
That's something, yeah.
Or something.
Yes.
Okay, Sawa. I mean, I take that and I raise you in a political rally, but it's okay. See now I've taught you. I've taught you something new. Don't ever say I didn't teach you anything.
Yeah.
Robert DeBogo says good morning. A very good morning. Peter Chiari says good morning from Mombasa. Not every person who smiles with you is happy for you. Omo, you have spoken. Success reveals intentions faster than failure. That's the truth. James Kamau says, Jumbo Situation Room, getting you loud and clear here in Forney, Texas. Linda Wanainchi in form. Ndio. All right. Raimsula Omar says, good morning from Preston in the UK. Ndu, yes. We must discuss the Kenyan connection in the Epstein files. Boss, I'm currently reading and going through the thing in detail.
Those documents, man.
Where?
Those documents. Hey.
My brain is doing a thing.
You know, for me, how I'm looking at it, Ndu, is fact that the documents are released by the FBI, right? Mm-hmm. And fact that FBI had to go through those documents and retract some information in that shows
that
there's a lot that is being hidden that would paint that country in negative light.
You guys think Epstein is dead?
Or do you think he killed himself? Anyway,
I'm telling you, he's not dead. But anyway, we continue regardless. It's true, there is a lot of stuff in there. Joseph Okondo says, good morning, Princess. And good morning. And at all, he's tuning from Tudor in Mombasa. Good morning, Spice FM. How are you all this blessed morning? And this is Bwangi Juma who's asking, good morning to you. We're doing all right. So also, the president said he's flying influencers to the UK to watch a football match, and there's droughts in 16 countries. He said, nitawa peleka huko business class, ni sort accommodation yao.
okay.
You know, nini waone match, alafu warudi.
You know what the president should do? Okay, this is just word of advice.
Yeah.
We have Kenya Premier League here. How about you invest in that and make our Kenya Premier League grow such that each and every single Kenyan can walk into this stadia, spend money in this stadia, and have our local football teams grow.
Tindo?
Kamsa? Because you see, English Premier League, right, has been built by the English themselves. Okay.
You know, one of the things they do is that they actually don't show the Premier League matches on local TV.
No.
Because they're trying to get people to come into the stadium.
True.
And so what that does, of course, is that it raises ticket sales for the teams, the clubs. That's how these guys are able to.
Yeah.
And then you have advertising. Then you have people in one place that know. So you're encouraging and you're boosting local business.
True.
Because there's a lot of, businesses running while these matches are playing. And at the same time, people are buying tickets. And then they have something to do socially, progressive justice happening, even when those matches are being played. But no.
Let me ask another question.
Ask question.
Let me ask another question.
Question.
No.
Yes.
Right now, with all the football clubs that we do have, right? Assuming, it's Bania, Kenya-Tanzania border.
Yeah.
And I want to order, say, a Gor Mahia jersey. Can I order that online and be assured that it will be delivered to me on my doorstep?
Online what?
See, their website. I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
So, if such system are not there, then one asks the question, for the president who promised to build over 100 stadia, right? What is he doing to improve on the already existing infrastructure so that it can continue to grow?
Anapeleka watu wawili London.
Ni sawa. You know what we'll do?
Eh.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel.
I'm in the Emirates Stadium. Get out. Anyway.
Piñata.
I get ya. Who? Yeah. Bonjour, mimi ni Agola. Agola wewe.
Honorable you.
Honorable you. Eric Awara says, good morning, guys. Good morning to you, Eric. Hope you're doing okay. Leo says, hello, Princess Ndwana Seto. Good morning. And it has come to pass that on the 16th day of February 2016, what many Kenyans knew was confirmed. I think you're talking about 2026, but okay. The KPC shares are being bought by those in the admin through proxies. Let me tell you, there's one man whose initials are double N. He is the member of parliament for Kihara constituency in Muranga County.
Yes.
He said yesterday, you guys are joking with us. And let me tell you something. If you don't stop this sale, I will reveal the names and numbers of the people who are actually buying these shares.
Thank you.
You think it's Kenyans? Watcha.
Which ones?
He said, I will tell you.
Tell us.
Tell us. Because guess what, Ndindi?
Double
They
M.
are going to sell.
Tell us. Tell us. I mean, it's a name and shame. Tell us.
I mean, what are we waiting for?
Yeah.
We're
Tell
still
us.
waiting for Kindiki to tell us, since he was, I don't know what, in the Senate, and then coming out later when he came into the vice presidency position. He said, I'm going to name the people who are responsible for cattle rustlers. Okay. Rigathi Gachagua said, I'm going to name the people who are responsible for corruption. I don't know what. We're still waiting.
You know
to
me what I'm
hear.
waiting for? I remember when he was the cabinet secretary for interior, he says, I am going to camp in this valley.
I'm going to sleep in Kerio Valley.
I want that tent so that I can auction it. Show
I'm
me
going
where
to
it is.
sleep in the valley. Stop it. Una tubeba malenge. Good morning, Spice. Says Abaf. Good morning to you, sir. Hope you're doing well. And Frederick Angwenyi says, good morning, my people. Watching you from Doha. Like the yellow, but not for UDA. This one is yellow for the joy in my heart.
Yes.
It's for the joy in my what?
Joy, 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 joy in my heart. That
Where?
one.
That one. Polite Genius says, Esther Passaris should see a doctor. Kitengele was organic, and so Kakamega will be. Hey. Indeed. Nahashan Gogi says, good morning, loves.
Good morning, love.
Good morning. Deno toa makasiriko yote leo, in case we start Ramadan tomorrow. No makasiriko for a whole month. Lovely day, Princess Ndu. Ebu toa sahi. Just remove everything, because tomorrow.
Mimi wanaka kwa
just-
lungs.
Wanaweka kwa lungs for the next
Just
30
breathe in
days.
and out.
Right, Mtula says, Undu, we have Kenyanized you. You're one of us. No. Jennifer Tenyi says, good morning, my people. Is lavender the one that suffocates people with a scent at night, or is that a night rose? Have a great day ahead. Lavender is actually, the smell becomes more pungent at night.
True.
And that's when it releases actually they're called what? I can't remember that thing from biology. But it releases at night. So you have certain flowers that do that. There's one called the Queen of the Night. There's the lavender. There's another one called, hey God, citronella. Anyway, moving on. So, sometimes I used to even study those things.
Yes.
But night rose also does the same thing. There's a
Yeah.
particular species of rose. It's called the night rose. It releases its fragrance at night.
Night.
Mwaka Pelia Luhimbo. Good morning from Dar TZ. Ndu, last week you said you'll find the meaning of chawa. Oh, I did. It's psychophancy. Worshippers of individuals, Asante Sana for awakening convo. So chawa is psychophancy. All right. Good morning to you. Leo says, good morning. Can the motherland survive Mimi Nisifuna or united opposition being brutalized by the state? KK still hoping to be on top of guzzlers to helicopters and private jets for 18 months. Yeah, I know. Newton says, Abariko listening in from Nyakach. Where is Nyakach again?
Nyakach is in Siaya, I think.
It's in Siaya County. All right. Our says Nyakach is where she's from, and it's in Kisumu County,
It's
which
Kisumu.
borders Siaya County. So it's okay. Cindy, almost
Yeah.
there. Okay, so Nyakach is in Kisumu County, and that's where Awar is from.
Okay.
She's a babe of Nyakach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nyakach.
Nyakach.
Yeah, Nyakach.
Okay, sawa. Don't ask me how I know. Moving on, Mark Mwangi says, good morning. Glad Aseto isn't livid today. He's calm, but I don't know what's going to happen by the time we open the first page. So just hang on to the calmness for now.
Yes.
Because he might lose it in a minute. But it's unfortunate we lost the life in Kisengela indeed, and tear gas is still flying. Did you hear what they said? That the tear gas was thrown by the people in the crowd. Who walks around with a tear gas canister? Like, I'm going to carry a bottle of water. I'm going to walk around with a tear gas canister. Even sometimes when you guys are saying these things, you think first.
Seriously.
Think first before you open your mouth.
any tear gas that is procured by the government of Kenya.
Yeah,
Now another
a guy's just
Kenyan
walking around with
had
it randomly, like my coffee cup.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Not
Pumpkin.
Hey.
My prince, good morning. Dindinyoro has disclosed the names of those who are buying Safaricom shares for a song. We are waiting for their numbers. We got the questions for them. Indeed, we do. Danson Mora says, good morning. So, Ndu decided to be a Kenyan by choice? No, I don't know where that's from. Acknowledge our incoming women rep Nakuru County, Rehem and Jerry Chamani DCP. Okay, sawa. Gekota says, good morning, my good people. Princess Ndu Dennis, EVE Award. Everybody whom I didn't mention. Sifuna should grab the chances like what President Obama did in the US, watching from Miami. Welcome to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. Yamo Jr. says, man's devotion to his own systems is so fierce that he will deny what is plainly before him, twisting facts to defend his faction, even when the cracks within his house are clear for all to see. I couldn't have put it better, my dear, because come on, you can see what's going on, but you want to deny because you want to give an impression that something else. I didn't call anybody's name. Okay. And very good morning to you, Yamo. Karibu sana. David Mangera says, good morning, TSR. Ndu Andaseto Nyaje.
Firi.
Oh, that's how you answer? Okay.
We need a national exorcist.
What?
Tunaombea inchi.
Okay.
Kila kitu itokome.
Exorcism was just chilling.
Chilling.
10 days with sexual. Owen says, good morning. Hey, from Boito. Butterflies in my belly. What does Obinasom? Obinasom. That's why this Igbo is very sweet. Obi is heart, right? So like when I say I love something, Obi, and then some is something that is sweet.
Oh.
So if I put it directly, it's like my heart is sweeting me. Obinasom. But as in, it's like
different, eh?
Hey, this language is just too. Hey, it's just too deep.
Okay.
Obinasom, as in I feel great. If you're talking about I feel good, my heart feels sweet when I see you. If somebody should toast you in this Igbo, there's no way you won't agree. By the time the night is over,
You will be
you would have
Obinasom.
been in the box.
Okay.
Bas, okay, we're going to take a break in a minute. Kai, if you guys can hear the things that Jerry says in my ear. Patricia says, good morning. Dennis, and another episode in the Kenyan series. Patricia from Obambo in Kisumu. A very good morning to you, Frederick. We see you also tuned in. Sam, a very good morning. Ndeno, Sis and Yosefuna all day, every day. Agutu says, hey guys, good morning to you. Baby Toka is greeting, dear crew. Good job. Kila Siku, thank you so much. Washington, Okechi, good morning. Very good morning to you, Karibu Sana. Kawondo says, good morning from Vietnam. Oh, okay. Ndu, I missed you. Allah, where did you go? Masalani in Garissa is where you're tuned in from today. Omboga Jerry is also tuned in. Radio Kubwa reminds me of Otieno Kajwang. Kizungu Kubwa. Radio Kubwa happened. So Linda, sorry, we have corrected. It is in Kisumu. Nyakach is the constituency in borders Homa Bay.
Okay.
When Nyakacha kutua hapa natuambia iko Kisumu. But everybody, good morning. It's good to see you. Karibuni sana. Thank you for being in the room with us today. And it's always such a pleasure to have you with us. Sindo. Okay. And if we didn't say good morning to you, it's not because of anything except that maybe you had not come into the room at that time. So let's ride on all existing protocols that as you enter the room, we have greeted you and we have greeted you specially. We'll take a break and then we're going to come back and look into the headlines today. What's making news in the papers? We'll do that in a bit. Good morning at 27 minutes to 7.
This is the Situation Room. This is the Situation Room. The only way to start your day.
Shooting of a 28-year-old man during a rally in Kitengela. The leaders vowed weekly visits to police headquarters, demanding arrests over the Athaya church attack and accountability for what they termed rising police excesses. I just want to say, I can see you stealing your nose because I know you want to spark. Wait first. This guy has been summoned by an arm of government, and he failed to show up.
True.
Is it you now that you think you go to Jogo House and say, come, that you will come?
Just a mere citizen.
You like that. The court summoned him to come and explain where a missing man is, as in bring this man dead or alive, and he failed to come.
I think
you go to his office and you think that he'll meet you because you said be here at 10 o'clock.
I think the IG looks at these people like, the only thing he sees is former deputy president, former vice president, former cabinet secretaries. They do not matter.
You know how I think he sees them?
Yeah.
You know how you're sitting in the corner somewhere and there's this one fly that's just bzz, bzz, bzz. Then you just take the newspaper.
Just wait for it patiently.
Wait for it lands somewhere. Pop! That's what he wishes he could do. These people are disturbing me. But they said, excuse me, we will be a fly, we will be a bee. We will be a bee in your bonnet. Every single what? Every single week until you explain to us what's going on, because you cannot allow this kind of nonsense to happen. According to Kalonzo Musyoka, who is the Wiper leader, he said, the spokesperson told us that they will send another invite. It is shocking that the IG and his team were not available for such an important meeting concerning the safety of Kenyans. It's so funny. It's like you go to a restaurant to eat, then they tell you, the chef is not here. Yeah. Okay, so why am I here?
Get to the kitchen and cook
yourself. The guy who's supposed to be providing you with security and taking care of you is not around. So what are you doing? Question.
Higher private security.
Rigathi Gachagua, who's the DCP leader, said it cannot be that police who are charged with maintaining law and order are the ones breaking the law. Guns brought using taxpayers' money cannot be turned against unarmed Kenyans. Eugene Wamalwa, the DAPK leader, says, we believe that these are orders from above. When we return here, we expect to have a full report and remedial measures to address the concerns. We expect none other than IG Kanja. Don't send your assistant. Don't send the girl who says, sorry, he's not here. Don't send the guy who says, if you can sit and have a cup of tea. No. Bring the man where? Himself. Snake bite spike amid drought crisis in Turkana. So guess what? It's not just the humans who need sustenance. So the animals, essentially, they go into their holes. They do. But when there's no water, they also come out.
Yes. And they know where to get that into the spaces we occupy.
Exactly. They come to the spaces that we occupy because they're also looking for water and moisture. They cannot find it. And so their first form of defense is to attack the snake, and this is what we know, and we're already being told the drought crisis in Turkana is spiking snake bites. Community Sacco empowers drought-hit pastoralist regions, and that can happen at a community level is great. And I love these stories, from hope to Mama Fua, a graduate's woes. I don't love them in the sense that I'm saying it's a good thing that is happening. I'm saying that it helps us to understand just how the situation is. Remember the lady who called us from Kisumu? Who has a master's in Angoa, epidemiology, biology.
Yes.
And is selling mandazi at her doorstep because she cannot find a job. You remember?
I remember.
Kitengela rally death, family cries for justice after young father is shot. Opposition fumes as IG Kanja snubs meeting. And James Orengo, a man of all seasons in Kenya's ever-shifting political winds, telling you, if anybody's been consistent, it's Jimmy Orengo.
By the time Jimmy tried to be president.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
At the time, and he went against Raila Odinga, against all forces there are.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about consistency and looking at the bullseye.
Sure.
Yep.
The Sifuna factor, is it a moment or is it a movement? It's a question that's being asked in the national pages on page 7. So now, people who are sleeping at JKIA, aviation workers strike, disrupt flights at JKIA. The lines at JKIA, unbelievable. I waited for somebody who's coming into Kenya yesterday. Oh my gosh, 4 hours. Their flight then delayed from that other side. And then people who were sitting, sleeping, had fallen asleep in the airport. And the guy said, okay, yeah, that's great. But you know what we're also going to do is that we're going to call on our colleagues at KPA and at some point our friends at the Kenya Railways. And then perhaps we're all going to get into this jolly strike together until you guys do what you're supposed to do. So how do you want it? How do you want us to serve this thing for you? You want to do what you're supposed to do, or do you want to keep delaying flights? You choose.
You know, we didn't have to get here.
No.
Because these the leaders of Kenya aviation workers had actually given a notice, and with their demands, But like we keep on doing is we wait until they down the tools, until there's a crisis, then you're like,
how can we talk?
Let's talk.
Can we talk? No, because one strike. Listen, these demands, they didn't just wake up on a Monday morning and say, you know what, we're demanding. No. These are conversations that were previously held.
True.
You decided not to do something about it because you want to call their bluff and see if they're actually going to go on strike. Well, guess what? People are sleeping on the floor in the airport. We're not saying that it's been grounded, but there are certain delays. So because people have to check and see who's available to fly, who's available, because there's a whole process that goes into this. It's not just pilots. It's everybody who's involved in this aviation process, from the people on the tarmac to the folks who are groundsmen, people who are moving luggage, all of this. It's a whole ecosystem that you cannot afford to mess around with. But you did. And so now we're here. Let's see, because are you going to ground it? How much money is being lost in the 24 hours?
Tell me.
Just because of this.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, as people are going to be now landing in Dar es Salaam and driving to Nairobi. There's a word. Nonsense.
You know, because one asks the question, like even the leadership of the country, what does JKIA mean to the economy of Kenya? That you can't afford to have things even just stop for 10 minutes. Those are millions and millions of shillings.
Now, can you imagine the people who get into Nairobi, get out, have a meeting in London, have a meeting in Lagos, whatever. Then do you know how much we're losing? Not just in this here, but then the onward trips that people have to go and fulfill certain things. Okay. Petitioners reject CS Mbadi's bid to lift infrastructure fund court orders. He said, let us do this fund. They said, no, we're not doing. Sorry. You go sit in the corner over there. Let's have this thing quashed completely. Kenyans will suffer raw deal in Safaricom share sale. This is what Nyoro is saying. And so that continues with those conversations. Fears of state capture grip Nairobi hospital. They said that they're trying to raise 5 trillion. I've been how much? 5 billion, 50, something, some astronomical figure, because they're trying to keep afloat. I have a question. When people go to the hospital, Shebi, it's not a social hall. They pay for the services. All the thing, you go, you're getting medication, you're seeing a doctor.
If you don't pay and someone dies, they retain the body. So,
So they're making money.
They're making money.
So what's the problem? Somebody's eating the money? Or how?
I will not be shocked.
Because how do you say you need people
because that is actually one company that has been managed well over the years. That today we see problems. One asks the question, when did the ruin start beating us? And when you just dig deeper, there are allegations of misappropriation of funds. There you go.
People should not come and disturb us. Sort out your issues. USA says Kenya free to decide as court suspends 322 billion shillings health pact. They said, no, Kenyans are not giving the information. Then the US says, can you imagine? Another country is telling another sovereign country, actually, you know what, you can go ahead and make the decision on your own. Actually, yes, they can. Without you saying it, Kenya can actually make its own decisions. Don't patronize them and say, oh yeah, you know what, if your courts have decided, really, it's up to you.
Let me tell you.
It was up to them from the very beginning. Thank you very much, USA. Yeah. And you didn't have to get into this in the first place. So now when you want to take on that patronizing thing and say, well, you know what, you guys can actually decide. It is, after all, your country. Well, thank you so much. But I think they knew that. But now that you've said it, I guess Kenyans are actually then going to make the decision. Nonsense and ingredients.
Belongs to the people.
Nonsense and what? Nonsense and ingredients. Acute condom shortage linked to donor cuts, raising sex risk fears. So if that's how you're doing, it's not good though.
I have a question.
Okay, ask.
Is it that in the 21st century, Kenya cannot produce its own condoms?
Yeah.
Why?
Will not cannot.
Yeah.
Will not.
Okay.
Will not.
I think that's an answer in the question.
Yeah, c'est la différence, monsieur. All right, so an opportunity also for you to look into the opinion pages. Get yourself a copy of the Standard newspaper before it runs out across stands across the country. But then you can also get access to the Standard e-paper, because then you'll see that in the county pages, Eburu breathes again. The mountain hisses out steam and wildlife roams. You know Mount Eburu? Actually, some of the wildlife that you see coming out of there is absolutely breathtaking. And some of those scenes, So what happened, you wonder? That made that happen. DPP opposes fresh bid by Waitito to lower bail terms. Waitito is still a guest of the state, and so he's fighting tooth and nail to at least, be let out, or whatever it is that he's fighting for. May God answer.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. All right, that's what it kind of looks like in the Standard this morning. You want to go to Star?
Yeah, so let's go to the Star. Remember today, the Star is not for sale. Why? Because we have my gov in there.
All right.
But there is a big interview here by CS. It's CS what? Petroleum. Opio and I.
I was going to say, who's that?
Yeah. Opio and I rules out Siaya governor bid and vows to campaign for Ruto in 2027. So he says, mimi kukua governor hapana, mimi niko hapa kukampenia Ruto, my boss.
Why?
Arudi 2027.
Okay.
And we have ODM rebels claim turmoil fueled by row over presidential race. So there we have Sifuna Orengo team in high stakes gamble. And women exploitation, the hidden cost of Kenya's coffee boom, and exploring the rise of same-sex relationship among Kenyan students as well in pages 9. So when you talk about the coffee sector in the country, it is a highly lucrative industry. You find that a lot of women are the ones who go pick the berries, they dry them and package them for further processing and auctioning that go abroad. But you find that they never get the actual returns despite the hard work that they do put into that sector. Now, how online gambling pushes youth into debt and despair. This is another national disaster. I know we've not declared drought a national disaster.
Yeah.
But gambling as well is a problem.
It's a big
in the
one.
country.
It's a big one.
I know of an individual who was given school fees.
Oh, no.
Alikula yote.
Oh, no.
People went to class, graduated. The parents were like, why have you not invited us for your graduation?
Yes,
Allah.
Kumbe.
Hakuwahi sit exams. Alikula school fees yote. Yeah, so bitter brew, hidden cost of Kenya's coffee boom. Report reveals human cost of global exports and systemic risks in value chain. When we talk about value chain on matters to do with coffee, another question. Kenya has decided it will not process its own coffee. Not that it cannot. Okay. Reliable power, no longer luxury, says Energy CS Opio and I. As political temperatures rise ahead of the 2027 general election, Energy CS Opio and I says his priority is not politics, but fixing country's power and fuel systems. I wish that was the truth.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yes, ask.
He said before that he doesn't want to be Siaya governor, but he's going to campaign for Ruto in 2027.
Yes.
Then on the other side, he's saying that it's not about politics. It's about what?
It's about service delivery and ensuring that the country is connected to power.
It's good.
Yeah, heads up, Mr. Andai. Nairobi is dark at night. If you could just do something about it. Our streets are not lit.
Oh, that would need the intervention of a certain governor who's since decided that the national government needs to help him out here and there.
You know, good thing is this man and the governor as well. So they're in the same party. Now, their boss is one.
Si mujiongeleshe huko.
Mjitaneni mkutano huko. As you connect the country, which is a good thing, and we all want that. Remember, there's more that you can do. Now, divided or Orange as Sifuna and Orengo team open new front. One asks the question, which way ODM? Because ODM now, it's not full orange, it's half orange. Yeah, everyone has gone with a piece of the orange. Of the orange.
Yikes.
And senators, governors, bids fuel clashes with county bosses. Governors accuse lawmakers of turning accountability fora into political battlefield. Why don't we just ask the governors, Maze, you guys go and clear your mess.
Bana.
Go and explain why your books are not clean. Kenyans need answers on how you spent the allocations you're given. This thing you're bringing here of you not wanting to appear just shows that you have something to hide.
And you might want to take a leaf from a county that's just here.
Here.
It's like, no, I don't think it's even 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Makueni County.
Makueni
County is not even being called by the pack because they said everything here is balancing.
Clean.
In fact, what we need you to do is to just sign the document. That's it. I mean, Senator Kajwan told us
to tell us how you're doing it so good.
Bas.
Yeah.
So you see, that's what I'm saying. The people who are doing it don't have two heads. It can be done.
Yeah, so transporters, businesses worried over new SGR rule. So Mombasa, Malaba route cuts across 10 counties and sustains extensive logistics, trade, industrial and service ecosystems. Any policy that forces cargo away from this system damages livelihoods. So there seems to be a new rule with the SGR, and that seems to be affecting business.
Oh, no.
And then in the middle you have my gov that talks about 900 public institutions migrate to EGP system, as well as Gilgil to get new level 5 hospital as the government commits 700 million and over 900 agencies shift to EGP. Yes, that's what you'll get on the Star today.
I have a question.
Yes, ask.
Maybe we need to bring one of these economists.
Economists, yeah.
James Moraguri, Abraham,
Ex-Iraqi.
Rogo, ex-Iraqi. Maybe actually have all of them in a room at the same time, plus Bill Okero. Is there space? Anyway, for them to explain to us, when you have a budget and you say this is what we are going to do with the money that we have,
Yes.
or the money that we will get, when you then go and make certain roadside declarations, where does that money come from?
Your head.
Yeah. Or it's just talk. I want to really understand that you've made a budget.
Yeah.
Supplementary budget, it means that you've seen something in the midterm that requires additional funding. So you go back to Parliament and you say, actually, guys, we know what, can we release funds from here for this to be done? In more cases than not, Parliament will go ahead and tell you, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
But these monies that you go and say, we are going to finish this thing, we are going to build 700 million, we're going to do, where does that money come from?
You see the beauty of it, Ndu, now, if you just revisit all these roadside declaration, remember, no one ever follows up on that. These are things that have never been implemented because there is a budget that has been set, there is allocation that has been set to specific projects and specific things to be done, where all these roadside declarations do not fit into this budget. So they remain being what? Kizungu mingi na catwalk.
Jeez.
Yes. They just, once they're done with those roadside declarations, that's it. It's never followed through.
My head is spinning me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the story about snake bites in Turkana.
Tell us, yes.
Because just when you thought it was safe to get out of the water, actually it's not safe to get out of the water because the drought is still biting very hard.
True.
It's interesting because our friend Mohammed Walie posted a picture the other day of rain now in Garissa, and the deluge of water over the weekend, the rain that came just went... It just went. You know that extreme weather patterns will follow one another. Excuse me, the town crier is crying. The mad woman in the square is asking you people, Shebi, you know that the rain now is coming? I'm just asking, what are you going to do about it? Anyway, snake bite spike amid drought crisis in Turkana. At 7 a.m., an 8-year-old boy was brought by ambulance to Kamuge Dispensary in Suguta as an emergency case. He was unconscious, his leg severely swollen, and odotomous excess fluid buildup, which is what it was called, after being bitten by a snake. Nurses at the facility swiftly administered anti-venom in an effort to save his life. The boy had been bitten while migrating with his father in search of water and pasture for their livestock amid the prolonged drought in Turkana County. The boy was bitten at about 5 a.m. His father attempted first aid by applying herbs and tying the leg with a rope to prevent the spread of the venom, which, by the way, you should do. But the swelling continued. He then contacted the facility for transport and medical care dispensary in charge. Lomas told The Standard. The nurse suspects the boy may have been bitten by a puff adder, a snake species commonly found in Turkana and actually one of the world's most venomous snakes. He described it as thick-bodied with brown, black and yellowish patterns and highly venomous. Although it moves slowly, the species is defensive and continues to pose a significant threat to pastoralists in the arid and semi-arid county. It took the boy almost 2 hours to reach the hospital due to the poor road network. Do you know how many stories are unfolding in just this one story?
You tell me.
Hey. The snake bites occurred in Nelio as the family migrated towards Kakapeti, about 21 kilometers away. Delays contributed to the swelling of the boy's leg, and the venom had already spread to other parts of his body. We're, however, relieved that it is now out of danger. The boy was wheeled to the ward for monitoring. 41-year-old Esther Amodi, serving in the facility, her hand tightly tied with a rope. She had been bitten by a snake while plucking wild fruit near Suguta Valley. Amoding, visibly in pain, walked with difficulty and gasped for breath. A black snake, which is probably a mamba, which is what I'm just thinking, bit my hand while I was picking wild fruit. I tied it, but the pain is unbearable. It's crazy that these stories are all unfolding at the same hospital. People are coming in for snake bites. So look at the situations that is causing this to happen. Folks are migrating, moving from one place to the next in search of water, in search of pasture, if there's any left. Somebody's picking wild berries because there's not food, and then she gets bitten. There's so many layered stories here. A boy would have probably gotten faster care, but the road network is so deplorable that
The
they
boy
had
is
to.
not in
The
school.
boy is not.
There is no road network. There is no food. The reason why they are moving.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It is annoying.
That's
It's
stories,
annoying
many stories
it's
in one.
Many stories in one.
Yeah.
And one asks the question, now that we know these patterns, what are we going to do? How many more do we wait to get beaten for us to act? We know that there's a problem of snake bites. Do we even have an R&D research and development area for anti-venom for the snakes that they find in the area? Do we even have sensors of the kind of snakes we have in the area for us to get ready for them?
But you have private individuals who are doing snake farming just for the purposes of harvesting venom, because you can't make anti-venom without venom. You must have it. So in order to do that, you then must have the snake. So there are people who've gone into snake farming to do this, but it's not coordinated. And we already know that Turkana and the dry areas are a recipe for this, heightened activity when it comes to snake. I'm already tired. The kid is not in school. They've had to move because they're hungry. They don't have land for their pasture. The guy, he's bitten by a snake and then has to find his way to hospital. Is delayed because the poor road network. I mean, for goodness sake, do you see how many breakdowns there have been in this chain of this one story? Apple Yoshida. I've even lost my words because what? Yeah.
It's even lucky that he got to the hospital and there was the anti-venom.
Exactly. That he got to the hospital and that there was anti-venom there is a miracle from heaven. We shouldn't be living on the edge and living on a prayer.
No.
We shouldn't. Good morning, 7 a.m.
Sugar and spice and everything nice. Spice it.
Spice up your life. This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.